Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you stopping by. Your support helped this channel to reach good people like yourselves. So with that said, today we're exploring a topic that touches many of us, but often remains hidden in the shadows of our daily lives. Unresolved grief and its profound impact on how we experience the world. Grief is one of humanity's most universal experiences. Yet when it becomes unresolved, it transforms from a natural healing process into something that can fundamentally alter the trajectory of our lives. Unlike the grief that gradually softens with time, allowing us to integrate our loss into our life story, unresolved grief persists with an intensity that can feel overwhelming, sometimes years after our initial loss. What exactly is unresolved grief? It's when our natural grieving process becomes stuck, preventing us from finding a healthy way to carry our loss forward. This isn't about getting over someone or something we've lost. That's not how grief works. Instead, it's about our inability to find a way to honor our loss without it completely consuming our present moment and future possibilities. The impact of unresolved grief extends far beyond the emotional realm, creating ripple effects that touch every aspect of our existence. Physically, our bodies bear the weight of this unprocessed pain in ways that might surprise you. Many people experience chronic headaches, persistent digestive issues, sleep disturbances that leave them exhausted, and a general sense of fatigue that seems to have no clear medical explanation. Our nervous system remains in a state of heightened alert, as if constantly bracing for another devastating loss. Mentally, unresolved grief can manifest as persistent preoccupation with our loss. Our minds become trapped in endless loops of what if and if only, making it incredibly difficult to focus on present tasks or envision future possibilities. This mental fog can significantly impact our work performance, decision-making abilities, and overall cognitive function, leaving us feeling like we're operating at half capacity. The emotional landscape becomes particularly complex and often contradictory. While sadness is expected in grief, unresolved grief often brings with it intense anger, overwhelming guilt, and sometimes even relief. Emotions that can feel confusing or inappropriate. These feelings don't follow a neat timeline or logical progression, which can leave us feeling like we're failing at something that should be natural and instinctive. Perhaps most significantly, unresolved grief affects our relationships and social connections in profound ways. We might find ourselves withdrawing from others, feeling like no one truly understands the depth of our experience. Or we might become emotionally unavailable, present in body but absent in spirit during important moments with loved ones. Some people become hyper-vigilant about potential losses, creating emotional distance in relationships as a protective mechanism against future pain. The philosophical dimension of unresolved grief often involves a crisis of meaning and purpose. When we lose someone or something significant, we're forced to confront fundamental questions about life's purpose, the nature of fairness, and our place in an often unpredictable world. Unresolved grief can leave us stuck in this existential questioning without finding a way forward that honors both our loss and our continued living. What makes grief become unresolved? Several factors can contribute to this complex process. Sometimes it's the nature of the loss itself, sudden, traumatic, or involving someone very young, or in circumstances that feel particularly unfair. Other times it's influenced by our personal history with loss, the strength of our support systems, or cultural messages about how we should grieve. There's no single cause, and importantly, there's no shame in experiencing unresolved grief. The journey toward resolution doesn't mean forgetting or moving on in the way our culture often suggests. Instead, it involves learning to carry our loss in a way that allows us to remain open to life's possibilities while still honoring what we've lost. This might involve therapy, particularly approaches designed specifically for complicated grief. It might involve finding new ways to honor our loss while still engaging meaningfully with the present moment. Some people find healing through creative expression, others through service to those experiencing similar losses. The path is deeply personal and rarely linear, often involving setbacks and breakthroughs in equal measure. What matters most is recognizing that unresolved grief is not a character flaw or a sign of weakness. It's a natural response to significant loss that sometimes needs additional support to transform into something more manageable. If you recognize yourself in this description, know that you're not alone, and more importantly, you're not broken. Grief, as someone once beautifully said, is love with nowhere to go. And sometimes we need help finding new places for that love to live. Whether through professional support, trusted friends, spiritual practices, or community connections, there are ways to honor your loss while gradually reclaiming your life. The impact of unresolved grief is real and significant, but so is our remarkable capacity for healing and growth. By understanding how grief affects us across all dimensions of our being, we can begin to approach it with the compassion and patience it truly deserves. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe for more content. I appreciate each and every one of you. See you in the next video.